Good afternoon. My name is Michael Hill with a special winter weather briefing for January 20th, 2026. We're expecting a significant winter storm to impact the forecast area this weekend. Friday night through the weekend, dangerously cold temperatures and wind chills are expected during and following this winter storm event. So, the key messages right now. We're expecting a major winter storm to impact the area starting Friday and lasting through early Sunday morning. All precipitation types are expected. That means snow, sleet, and freezing rain will be possible, and even just regular rain will be possible. Travel will be impacted. Dangerous cold is expected this weekend and into early next week. Expect major travel impacts and infrastructure impacts to last through at least early next week. So we're fairly confident that there's going to be some major winter storm impacts affecting Mississippi, Northeast Louisiana, and Arkansas this weekend. And whatever does fall is going to be impactful and is going to last through early next week. So we have the significant risk, greatest potential for extended impacts from freezing rain, sleet, and snow in the red area. That's from Winsboro, Vicksburg to Jackson to Philadelphia up to Columbus and points north and westward. We already on this Tuesday, and we're already expecting to see significant impacts for a large portion of the state. So most of the time, we're kind of on the fence about confidence levels and things of that nature. We're fairly confident this time, 4 to 5 days out, that we're going to have some sort of significant winter storm uh, impact our area. So you got the elevated area from Natchez over to Meridian to Brookhaven, potential for extended impacts, and then you can have some limited impacts down there from Hattiesburg to Laurel and points southward. So uh, expect that from Friday night through Sunday. Hazardous travel on roads, bridges, down trees and power lines will cause power outages. And we also expecting cold temperatures with that. So we are expecting wind chills around 15 degrees or colder, lows from 15 to 25. Those are actual lows, and highs below 32 in the northwest. We're going to probably go below freezing on Saturday and not get back above freezing maybe Monday into Tuesday. And so these cold impacts might be more pronounced as we're going to have possible power outages on top of the cold weather. So the cold can be pronounced due to whatever happens with the infrastructure and utilities and such through the weekend. So here's the earliest reasonable time that things could start. Okay, this is only the depicts the time and impacts might begin. Things could begin as early as 3 p.m. on Friday across the North and the Delta region, Northeast Louisiana as well. So that can start as early as 3 p.m. on Friday and go through, and it may not start as late as midnight. So anytime between 3 and midnight is when we can expect it to start across the North. It's going to be more of a Friday night impact into Saturday morning as we get closer to the central of the state, central portions of the state, and portions of Northeast Louisiana. It's going to be more at midnight afterwards uh, as it gets into the day on Saturday. Further south you go, it goes later into Saturday, and then across the southern portions, it'll be after 6 p.m. on Saturday. So this is where the impacts the storm could begin as early as 3 p.m. on Friday across the north into midnight. So we're looking at that Friday afternoon time frame, Friday evening time frame for the onset to begin on Friday for a large portion of the state. Okay. Precipitation will continue to fall through most of the area into Sunday. And again, what falls Friday through Sunday will not melt because we're going to be cold. So the overall Arctic air mass and winter storm event will affect large portions of the country this weekend. High impacts are likely extend from the high plains east through much of the southeast United States. So here's the probability of a quarter inch of ice. A quarter inch of ice is our winter storm warning criteria. So in in you could see where Jackson is already at 52% on Tuesday, talking about something that'll happen on Saturday. And so we are really confident about a winter storm impacting the area. A quarter-inch of ice will cause power outages and trees down and infrastructure problems. Okay, as we get into that, a probability of a half-inch ice, those are probabilities are still up in the Delta region of 50% or more across the Delta region, and that's just even more impactful as far as power lines, trees, and travel is concerned. And even up to an inch of ice, which would be extreme, we even get up to 25 to 24% chance across the Arkansas, Mississippi deltas off to the north and west. Okay, snow will also be in the forecast. The snow should remain mostly north of our forecast area across portions of the northern delta all the way up through the Memphis area. And this is the probability of 1 inch of snow. Here's the probability of 4 inches of snow, even down to 20% down into Greenville. So snow and freezing rain will probably be the predominant thing. But the one thing I haven't talked about is sleet. Sleet will also appear, and it could be that we get more sleet than snow, and a little bit more sleet than freezing rain, which we would hope for. If we get more sleet, that would mean that our power lines and trees and infrastructure won't get weighted down because sleet is pellets, and it acts more like snow, and so that would be great for us. But it looks like we're going to be dealing with mostly sleet and freezing rain across the portions of our forecast area, and it depends on how things set up to see what we get. Okay. So high temperatures on Friday. We start warm above freezing as we get into Saturday. As you can see, 35 degrees in Jackson. I expect our temperatures to be a little bit colder than that. And so we might be below freezing Saturday, all day Saturday across the Jackson metro area to Philadelphia up to Columbus. So where that 35-degree line is, I can see us being at or below freezing at that time during Saturday. And then we look for Sunday highs. We are going to be in the 20s, especially across the north. So anything that falls on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday will stick around. And here's even Monday. We're still going to be below freezing across a large portion of the area. Okay. So this ice and snow and sleet and freezing rain and temperatures will stick around through the beginning of next week. So that's going to have some travel impacts for next week as well. So key messages: major winter storm expected to impact the area starting Friday and last through early Sunday morning. All precipitation types are expected and travel will be impacted. Dangerous cold is expected this weekend into early next week, and expect major travel impacts and infrastructure impact to last through at least early next week. So this is going to be the first of many more briefings that we will have for you guys. Please stay tuned, have a way to get all your warnings, and we'll see you later.